What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be showcasing the deck I recently went undefeated with at my local quarter century Stampede case tournament. Um, I went undefeated with one draw, and yeah, I just want to trade deck profile. So it was Ryzeal Fiendsmith Kashtira, and as we go through it, I kind of explain why I kind of chose the deck and whatnot. So starting off, 2 ice, because everything's at 2. 2 ets, 2 sword, and then 1 node, 1 cross. Names are at 2 now. I feel like that. I literally just opened up 3 slots, and I was like, I wonder what the best card of the format could be. I thought of Kashtira Unicorn, because there's 1 detonator in the Ryzeal deck for the mirror match ish. It hits the Fiendsmith engine that everyone's gonna be running, because they can stop the Requiem or the Desiree itself from ever, being part of the game. So if they're playing Paradise in their main, you just go ahead and rip Desiree, and boom, you don't have to worry about it at all, ever. And then that's like 3 dead cards in their extra deck, because it gets rid of the Link 3, the Link 2 diffusion, and yeah. So, anyways, moving on. And when I was making the deck, I was like, do I want Kashtira Unicorn to be a 1-card combo? And for this event, I decided to do that, and well, I never actually ended up doing the combo once, so in the end, I'd probably cut it, but I'll tell you about that when we get there. And just to go with the Ryzeal cards, play 1 bonfire. I don't own any of the 7 Tachyon stuff, so that's also kind of why I went more with this combined deck idea. So moving on to the Fiendsmith cards, because Ice is still 1 card engraver, or I meant Fiendsmith combo. Triple engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Lurie. For those Fiendsmith cards, along with 2 track and a Paradise. If I had more, maybe I would play a bit more of the track. Maybe I would play the 3rd one, but 2 ended up being fine, and with how much they cost right now, I'm cool with that. And of course, we have a Paradise just for the Link play with Lacrima in the grave. Alright, moving on to the Kashtira cards. I am playing triple Unicorn, double Fenrir, and Ryzeal as the monsters. So I was thinking, and Unicorn is just the most broken card right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you really think about it. It just cuts away grind game. It can take away OTK lines, and it can really just hold its own, because it can search Birth, so it just keeps bringing itself back, or it can search, what is it, Theosis or whatever, that special's the other one from the deck. And I was just like, I really want to play this card to fill in for the 3 missing cards that I have. And I must say, it worked very well. It just keeps your opponents off of all their 1-outs in their extra deck, and especially with Malice being around too. Like, being able to hit the Hearts of Cryptor, the White Binder, the Atis Code, it's really good. And then Fenrir as well to pair with it, just because Fenrir is just a strong card by itself, especially in this kind of like mid-rangey format. They can just do a lot for, removal and getting cards off the field. And then I'm playing the 1 of Ryzeal to go with the Fenrir for the 1-card Unicorn combo. So I'll showcase that at the end, but it's pretty much Unicorn, Theosis, Fenrir, grab this, and the Arsenal Falcon package that I'm sure everyone's seen by now. So that's the monsters I played for Kashtira. And then the 1 Theosis and the 1 Birth. I feel like Birth is overall better, but Theosis did come up quite a few times, especially when I needed to find an extra level 4, because say oh, I draw Sword Ryzeal and I have to normal summon it. Okay, well, it'd be nice if I could have access to another 4, so Unicorn can grab this, especially if I'm trying to play around draw a little bit too, and bring out a monster, and say if I either hard open it or if Fenrir search that, special it, and then the sword and that can go into duo drive, and then just combo from there. And yeah, like I said, I'll showcase the combo at the end. I'm sure everyone knows the Arsenal Falcon package by now, but yeah. Moving on to non-engine, playing quite a few. 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Valor, 3 Imperm, and then 3 Charming. So even with all those main deck packages, or the 3 archetypes in the main, we're still able to fit a good amount of non-engine. And this right here puts us at 40 cards. But for 41, I decided just to play Talent just because I know people are on Charmies and whatnot and Drolls. So being able to just, Talent's just a broken card. So why not look at their hand, or it can even help you break a board. So yeah, still plenty in non-engine room. I mean, we got 3 sits, 9, 12, 15 sits non-engine here. So, and let alone like Fenrir can be a board breaker itself and all that. So moving on. So that was 41 cards in the main. And one thing I really did like about this deck overall is the fact that you can either be playing like Ryzeal Fiendsmith, which is already a really good deck, or you can just be playing Kashtira Fiendsmith, which is also a really good deck. Or if your hands are just absolutely busted, you'll be playing all 3 together, and I mean, it's just unstoppable at that point. So really, it's just like 2 really good mid-range decks put together, but still like a lot of non-engine to be able to make it happen. So that's what I found out I really liked about the deck. It's just super flexible in the matchups, and I mean, a bunch of kind of just 1-card combos and control cards that just like keep going. So moving on to that deck, we have Moon, Requiem, Sequence, Agnum Day, Desiree, Princess, Caesar. These are kind of just the main cards you need for the Fiendsmith cards. I couldn't fit Chaos Angel into this. I decided to play Little Knight instead, just because sometimes board space can end up being an issue, and I just wanted like another Link monster to go into. So I decided to play that over that. But moving forward, honestly, I'd probably cut the Theosis, Arise Heart, and Arsenal Falcon in the extra deck, just to play a more consistent version. And then I'd throw in like the Chaos Angel and whatnot. I just feel like I didn't resolve the Arsenal Falcon combo once, and I never really needed to be honest. So I feel like it's just kind of like some extra bits in my deck at this point, but in theory, it just gives the deck so much gas. So that's those. Moving on to some XYZs. Etzaton Knight. I mean, Light Fiend helps you get into Fiendsmith combo, and it just wipes wards. Aggregator, Eclipse Twins, Detonator, Double Duo Drive, and Arsenal Falcon. So this is for the 1-card Unicorn combo, just because Arsenal Falcon brings out a Charmy. You already have a level 4 Rise Heart. You overlay those 2 for Duo Drive, then Duo Drive just gets you to the rest of whatever you need. And I'll showcase that combo at the end here. Nothing much to say about here, just generic Ryzeal cards. Yeah, instead of 2 Detonator, we're playing 2 Duo. But honestly, it works out because 1 never resolves ever. I almost wish I played like Bookman or something just to help protect it. And then, yeah, the Arsenal Falcons for the 1-card combo. And of course, Eclipse and Aggregator, like utility cards. And then just rounding out, like I said, I was playing Little Knight over Chaos Angel just to help out with, clearing up board space. Moving on to my extra deck, or not extra deck, side deck. We have some back row hate, Race Feather Duster, Lightning Storm. This works out pretty good against like the Azumina White Force deck. Just being able to hit their back row, especially with that trap that like just bounces your whole board and everything. But yeah, that's mainly why it's in there, and like lab players. Moving on, again with like lab players, and since we're playing Kashtira cards, we can't really play Bystials, and there's Fiendsmith everywhere these days. Ghost Spell, I think it's a very sleeper hand trap. I mean, it's just broken. Like, it'll protect yourself going first against Bystials when you're trying to resolve like your engravers, so you can make DDD against opponent's Bystials, as long as just hitting the opponent's Fiendsmith combos and whatnot. It's kind of hard to interact with grades these days, so That's why I think Ospo is really important. Through Perulia, gonna get Ryzeal, White Forest. You know, it's a charming. Try to floodgate your opponent so they don't play as much. Yeah, not much to say here. I'm still like 50-50 on how I feel about Charmies these days. Then I'm playing one Santa Claus as an interesting tech. There's been a couple Pearly players running around, so I just want to have a searchable way to out the Neor and punish them if they're not like using their effects right away or something. So pretty much Fiendsmith track and search this because it's a light fiend, and then you just pitch a card out your hand, and then you can just kaiju over whatever monster they have on their board. Alright, and then some Malice Hate, along with the Charmies in the main. 3 Lancia. This is just, you know, floodgate again. It's also good against Christians. So, yeah, gotta play Lancia. Still. 1 Cowboy, 1 Called By. Called By, just something to shove in going first to try and mitigate some hand traps or, you know, hit the Fiendsmith engine that my opponent's playing or something. And then Cowboy, because this is a case tournament, and we all know we have those lab players that just play slow. Anyways, yeah, so that's it for the deck profile. And yeah, let me show you guys a quick little 1-card combo unicorn. Alright, so just to show you real quick. So you have your unicorn effect, search Theosis target, special out your Fenrir. Then you want to go Fenrir effect. You can search out your Ryzeheart, I mean. Special them. Don't use this effect to make them 7, because then you just screw yourself. Usually I put this up in the extra monster zone up there. And then you just overlay them for Arsenal Falcon. And just in case I have Birth in hand or I end up drawing Birth later in the combo, usually I'll detach Unicorn first to special summon a Winged Beast from deck. And it just so happens that this Charmy that we play in the main is a Winged Beast. So you bring that out. These 2 are 4s. You overlay these 2 for the Duo Drive. And then use Duo Drive to affect the search. Usually I'll detach 1 from Duo Drive and 1 from the other guy, because I believe it doesn't matter as long as you detach 2. And then yeah, you just search out your Cross, and then since we have normal summon the Ice, and then yeah, you just activate the Cross. And since Duo Drive still has material, you're kind of protected from a monster hand trap at this point. So whether it be Nib or something like that, Imperm would definitely still hurt. But yeah, then you just normal summon the Ice, so then you can combo from there. So important thing here to note is, since Arsenal Falcon's on field, if you summon Ets, you won't be able to search off of it because you don't control 4s. So you have to go for the sword, if I can find it, then sword and Ets. Ryzeal. And then here you can decide what you want to do. You can, you know, summon the sword. You make a 3-mana detonator, 2-mana detonator. It's really all up to you. And yeah, pretty much from here, you know, you just do whatever. So you do that. You can either send the Eclipse Twins or the Aggregator. Doesn't really matter. And then yeah. Usually you don't. If you hard open like another name, you can usually get a draw out of this, but I mean, 4 and a Duo Drive is better than nothing, just off of 1 unicorn. So yeah. Yeah, so that's just a quick little combo right there without even touching the Fiendsmith stuff. I mean, when you open Engraver, Unicorn, Ice, and 2 hand traps, which I did a lot of the time, that's just absolutely broken. So yeah, like I said, it's very interesting just being able to play like 2 mid-rangey decks, like Kashtira Fiendsmith and then Ryzeal Fiendsmith, and then when you occasionally, or you can, It's standing to bridging all three together. The deck's just like unstoppable. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of the deck down in the comments down below. And like I said, I went undefeated with this at my case tournament for Stampede, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.